Is this streaming? Yeah. Why is the icon? How do I change the icon? Hey guys, welcome to the stream. I'm just setting things up really fast before we start. Gonna set some things up. Yeah, just setting some things up. Like a thumbnail. How do I set up a thumbnail? I don't even know if it's possible. If it's possible, mic check 1, 2. How's everyone doing? Just setting up my stream right now. Yada 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 blah blah. Oh, analytics. That's not what I want. Invite your friends. What's this? Oh well. Ooh, embed stream. That's cool. That's very cool. All right. Wish I could pop out the chat. Oops. Alright, whatever. Might make this a bit smaller. Okay. Think that's all set up. We're ready to go. So, I don't know if you guys saw my last video, lens stream actually, where I was securing my API. Let's have a look at my profile. Pretty much everyone was like, just use Cloudflare. Let's go through all these comments. Yeah, literally, our Audi was like, just use Cloudflare. Zach said, I had to do the same thing over the weekend. Cloudflare for the win. Anth said I need to use jmeter instead of my JavaScript to actually do the attacks. So maybe that's something I'll try later. Actually, let's write that on the plan. How do we do this? To try attack the API with jmeter. I also wanted to get more analytics from API usage. So those are two things that I might look into if I have the energy to continue the stream on, or if the Cloudflare setup is really quick. Let's have a look at a couple of the more comments on this AWS Shield rant video I made on TikTok. Ollie said that AWS Shield is straight ass. He's had servers fully taken offline from DDoS attacks that have been through AWS Shield. Me too, man. Me too. He says he still hosts some stuff on AWS, but he's tried posting on Prem and Firebase. Soto says he once used AWS Shield when a client demanded that it all be on AWS. They got hit for 2 full days without realizing it wasn't the greatest idea. But he also says Cloudflare's enterprise sales team is a joke, which is interesting. Bliss Blast Black Glow goes plat says, so Cloudflare? And I'm like, yep, pretty much. Diogo says, you gotta help Bezos, he needs to pay for his Christmas presents. I'm like, yeah, it was probably Bezos DDoSing me in the first place. Pi says, AWS is just a big black box, and yeah, I dig that. It feels like that a lot of the times. It's like, what's actually happening behind the scenes? They don't give me enough information, or I can't find it. Fought a bit, shit a bit. It says there are mitigation measures you can take depending on the service you're providing and the scale of the servers you're hosting for DDoS. And then he actually goes on to give more info saying like you can whitelist IPs, which doesn't really work in my case because I'm making like a public API, so it needs to be accessed pretty much by anyone. It says blocking ICMP echo requests, which I didn't look into. Then he also says reverse proxy servers, which is pretty much Cloudflare, and IPS firewall solutions. Let me just Google this blocking ICMP echo requests. What is that? Disable ping for IPv6. Should I disable ICMP echo requests? Don't disable ICMP unless you have an advanced network knowledge and know exactly what you're doing. The disadvantages far outweigh the benefits. They securely limit your ability to monitor your network. Okay, well, I'm not really too familiar with it, so I might not go through that method, but pretty much everyone else is like, just use Cloudflare. So that's what we're going to try use today. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed this one. Suzanne Wojcicki says use Cloudflare. Many names says try GCP DDoS protection. I'm already pretty much in deep into AWS at the moment, so I'm gonna just try make this work before switching cloud providers. Like I kind of like the ease of AWS and all the libraries and stuff built around it. So I'm gonna try and make this work. Yeah, with AWS. So let's go create a Cloudflare account. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Let's see. Might just change this Cloudflare reverse proxy login. I already have an account. Probably from some other domain. Domain registration. Not really want to register a domain. Let's just Google how to put Cloudflare in front of AWS API gateway. Cloudflare proxy for API gateway. Here we go. I'm trying to set up Cloudflare for AWS, but I'm struggling with the config. I want a tutorial, not a forum post. Is this a tutorial? Kinda looks like it. To allow Cloudflare to become the first ingress point for our web app, the first step is to change our DNS name server to Cloudflare's. Ooh, that is kind of an issue because I have all this config set up such that AWS is taking care of my name servers. I haven't found, so the thing is, if you guys have been following, I'm using this library, or I don't know what you'd call it. I think a library seems like the right word, called sst.dev, which kind of handles the whole deployment, creation of the full stack app, front end and back end, on AWS. And in order for this to work with a custom domain, I've had to put the domain's name servers to Route 53 on AWS. So I'm not sure how it'll exactly work with Cloudflare. I'm sorry. Something I'll have to figure out. And I've tried Googling it. Like just the keywords of Cloudflare and sst.dev or serverless stack, and I couldn't find anything useful. So I guess I'm kind of stumped. And it makes sense that you need your name servers sorry, to be on Cloudflare for it to work. Just continue down this Google search to see if I found any other tutorials. API gateway is a great service to create your own API. To create custom domain for your API, you need an SSL, go through a series of steps. If you're a Cloudflare user, you can set up your custom domain in minutes. Actually, I might be able to use a custom domain on another provider. Let me double check here. This one uses Route 53. No good. This is no good. Transfer domains. Wait, what? Which website do I have on this account? This is weird as. It's still getting hits? Sorry. Oh, websites, let's have a look. I don't have any websites. Why is there analytics when I don't have a website? What? So weird. Kind of stumped here. So I'll try Google again. Cloudflare with SST. I might have to stop using SST. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, what are the other options? Like, instead of, I've heard Terraform. Is that the latest? Let me look up serverless stack. Alternatives. I saw a list here before. With dev tools. Here. Use serverless by itself. Cloudflare Workers looks interesting. $5 per 10 million requests. Should watch a video. Cloudflare Workers.
Serverless computing platform running on a 200-plus city global edge network. Unlike some platforms we could name, it needs little configuration and no region selection, which lets developers deploy new applications anywhere on Earth in less time than it took to say this sentence. How is this even possible? Truth is, most serverless platforms are built on public cloud infrastructure running out of centralized data centers. This causes serious latency, since code is running far away from most end users. Workers is different. It automatically deploys your code to all 200-plus locations in Cloudflare's edge network, which sits within milliseconds of 99% of internet users. That means applications experience exceptional performance, and the only required region is planet Earth. So you could deploy an entirely new application worldwide within the span of this sentence too. Now, this scale is just one reason Workers is a ridiculously fast development platform. It also runs on lightweight V8 isolates rather than containers, which don't need to pull in language runtime. That means no more sluggish cold starts or CPU throttling, giving users more per second of compute time. Workers also lets developers skip many time-wasting deployment steps. There are no orchestration templates, application sizing, or other elements to configure before you begin. And Workers comes with essential tools, like a key value store and front-end developer services that are accessible from a single dashboard. Plus, Workers uses the same network that runs Cloudflare's content delivery network, load balancing, DDoS mitigation, web application firewall, and much more. With performance and security already taken care of, there's a straight line from development to production deployment. If you're looking to deploy serverless code instantly across the globe with exceptional performance and scale, look no further. Get started with Cloudflare Workers today.
Sounds pretty good. Let's have a look. From sign up to globally deployed in 5 minutes. Sounds pretty good. Automatic scaling. First 100,000 requests each day are free, and paid plans start at just $5 per 10 million requests, making Workers as much as 10 times less expensive than other serverless platforms. Yeah, I think AWS is about $1 per million, so it's about half as expensive, which is great. Oh wow, Discord uses it. CodePen uses it. Get a free subdomain. I guess that's not that impressive. No sound detected. No, they're fine. Okay, let's have a look. Set up your free subdomain. Okay. Tech friend. Let's continue with free. Let's look at some tutorials. Build serverless app. Deploy real-time chat app. That seems cool. What other ones are there? REST API, Airtable, SMS, Slackbot. Sorry, I need to sneeze. Hello world in Rust. I kind of want to learn Rust, so that could be cool too. How long does that take? Well, that's pretty short. Cloudflare's command line tool for managing a project. This is, I've never actually seen what Rust looks like before. Interesting. Might leave that for another day. Let's have a look at this chat app. What language is this in? Toml. Assume that's like YAML. ML is markup language normally. Wait, what? There's like no code in this. You just clone it. I guess let's have a look at their repo. MJS. The fuck is that? What? Some kind of JavaScript. Is there a README? This chat uses a blah blah blah. Wait, what? So that MJS is the server-side code, and this is the client-side code? Yep, it sure is. It's just plain JavaScript. Very interesting. Hey, Slam. Twitch chat doesn't come up on your restream thing. Which restream thing? Oh, this one in the corner? That's just followers. Is that what you meant? Kavindu, hello, welcome to the stream. I was trying to set up a reverse proxy. This plan is outdated. Let me update it. Maybe I'll add a new section called reality. Reality. No, I said something on Twitch and it didn't come up in this box. Oh, I understand what you mean now. Why is that? That's sad. What, Twitch? No. No. Why is everything broken? Everything broken. My whiny ass voice. Here's the chat box. Is there a chat box? Here. Yo, oh, I'm missing this message. Shoulder Dietmar, good morning. What are you trying to achieve? Maybe I can help. Aw, I hope he's still here. Amy says Cloudflare is unrivaled. Yes, I've learned that Cloudflare is goated, apparently. Why is Restream not getting these messages? Maybe it's this button. Hello? Wait, what? It's not even an option here. Oh, man. Damn it. Restream letting me down. AWS letting me down. Everything letting me down today. It's a sad day for Tech Friend. What the frick, man? Freaking Restream. Can't believe you've done this. Well, what am I gonna do now? I'm gonna have to... Alright, here's an idea. I'm just gonna use the chat overlay. Wait, does that work from OBS? Let's have a look here. I'll let you guys see it as well. OBS, new source. Super chat. Where is that? Chat box? Yeah, chat box. Add source. Alright, let's try now. Let me say something. Yo, chat. Nope, that's not working either. There's some shitty chat box. Background color, font color. Yep. No, that's all right. Sad days. Sad days, dude. How come it gets the followers, but it doesn't get the chat? Maybe there's another option. Oh, Shoulder, you're still here. Thank you. Thank you for offering to help. Look, what I was trying to do, right? I don't know if you've ever used SST before, but I'm using this tool called SST, which is kind of like built on top of serverless, which you might have heard of. And it's what I use to deploy my like full stack front end and back end. And this is kind of like the config for it. Kind of looks like this, like function my stack. You can create buckets, you can create tables, a DynamoDB. It's just built on top of AWS, by the way. You can create an API. Now, what I wanted to do was create a reverse proxy on Cloudflare to go in front of my, let me draw this, all of my resources in AWS, particularly my API gateway. So let me draw how it's currently working. I have big box. Big box is why can't I type? AWS services. Wait, I guess the S already stands for services, so we'll leave that there. On that, I have let's go, what color is API gateway? I think it's orange. API gateway. And this like kind of shoots off into like Lambda. Oh my god, I should have just wrote that in normal text. Lambda, which uses my resources like DynamoDB. Which doesn't really matter at this stage, but Anyway, what I wanted to do was set up. Let's do this in a different orange. Go to Cloudflare. Reverse. Proxy. And just have it such that the only way that you can access my API, because right now anyone can just hit this API from outside, but I wanted to be able to like have this Cloudflare as like a bouncer. So the only way you can get into my shit is through it. It seems it's possible. It's definitely possible, but it requires you to set your name servers on Cloudflare, as far as I'm aware. And once I do that, I kind of lose all my kind of deployment setup and everything I get from SST, and it kind of just makes SST redundant. Right now I'm like setting all these like custom domains and such with SST. So my next question is like, what should I use instead of SST? Something to kind of like define my whole infrastructure. I've heard of like Terraform, and now I was just looking into Cloudflare workers. And yeah, I'm not sure. I guess it requires a bunch of research. But ideally, I guess like if someone knew how I could use Cloudflare with SST nicely, that would just make my life a whole lot easier. But I've tried Googling it and I couldn't really find anything useful. Yeah, and the reason it looks like I have so many windows open is because I have one monitor, one ultra-wide monitor, so it's just like everything is one thing. And I use this thing called Fancy Zones, which lets me like snap windows to like little subsections. It's like a Microsoft Windows power tool thing. I don't know, it works. I think it's like somewhat organized. But yeah. SST with Cloudflare, let me see. You are a legend, Shoulder. If I could donate to you, can I donate to you? How does this work? I'm not a very good Twitch person. Let me make Slam a mod. How do I do that? Mod Slam. Yeah. Congratulations, Slam. Yeah, I was actually looking at this, StackShare alternatives. To see what other alternatives I could use instead of SST. I have used normal serverless before. What I liked about SST that serverless doesn't have, two things. One is sorry, I'm trying to make it such that like my finger doesn't disappear. One is that you can actually deploy the front end with SST. It's something serverless can't do. And two, this might be something that serverless can do, but it's like managing the whole domains and being able to put a domain not only in front of your front end, but also in front of your back ends. So right now you can see, I'll just show you my SST config again. I have a custom domain for my API and a custom domain for my React site. And it worked really well. I could just put that in. As long as like, here's the catch. These domains have to have their name servers on AWS Route 53. And that's where the conflict comes in with what's that thing called? With Cloudflare. Another question I have is, yeah, it's all good that we have these custom domains, but there's still an underlying like AWS domain that the API gateway uses. So even if I secure the subdomain, it's like, can't they just go and hit the the like underlying domain directly, or can I turn that off? That's something I'm gonna have to look in right now. Thanks for the likes, Trodusu, Mikey, and Paris Hilton's drug dealer. What am I working on? Yeah, I'll give you another update. So, my plan was to set up a Cloudflare reverse proxy, kind of like in this diagram, such that all my AWS resources are protected by this Cloudflare, kind of like a bouncer. Like I want it to be such that the only way you can access my API is if you go through this reverse proxy. And Cloudflare does an amazing job of mitigating DDoS attacks, something that AWS Shield, I'm going to put this shield here actually. How do I draw a shield? Something like this. This is shitty AWS Shield. If you want to see my rant on AWS Shield, you should go check out my latest TikTok video. Let's watch it right now. I think it'll be good context. You have to commit to a 12-month subscription, so that's like $36,000. Here's the thing with AWS. They have this thing called AWS Shield, and they say that they have DDoS protection essentially, and that's what happened to my servers. Let's look at API Gateway. 38 million requests. That was done in 2 days, and they say that they've protected all of these services with this AWS Shield, and it's free. You don't really have to do anything. If you look more into it, there's this thing called Shield Advance, which doesn't really come with it, and you have to pay $3,000 a month just to access this, and that has more sophisticated protection against DDoS attacks. This is like, oh, you have a interruption with AWS? Sorry, that's outside our scope of support for the team. Sorry, we can't really help. You need to pay more to get AWS Shield specific support. It wasn't really an option in their standard support. And then yeah, here, Shield Advance, $3,000 a month for just a subscription. And you have to commit to a 12-month subscription. Yeah, and there's no way I'm paying $36,000 for my shitty little app. And yeah, my community was with me. They say AWS Shield is straight ass, and I should use Cloudflare. Use Cloudflare. So that's pretty much what I've been trying to do, is try to get Cloudflare working with my the setup that I have currently. But I'm using this thing called SST, Serverless Stack. And the way that it works with custom domains and name servers is made it a little tricky for me to be able to run SST with it. But like, we have Shoder who's trying to help me out here. What a legend. I love my TikTok community and my Twitch community. They're so smart and helpful. Yes. No, it's more about the protection of the attacks rather than the performance. The performance would be great. Plus though, states Cloudflare Workers as an alternative to SST. Yeah, so that's what I might be doing. Cloudflare Workers. That seems good. Sam has asked, what widescreen monitor do I have? I actually found this one that, like, not many people know about this brand, Prism Plus. It was very cheap compared to all the other. Oh, are they Australian? Oh, maybe this is just an Australian knockoff. I mean Australian branch, sorry. I got like their latest one. Which one was that? This Q340 Pro, or their biggest one. 34-inch, 2K resolution, 140 hertz monitor. And it's only $600 Australian. Like, it's super cheap compared to if you look at like what's a competitor? Dell ultra wide, or no, Samsung ultra wide. They're so much more expensive, dude. Oh, this one's not that one, but like this won't be like 140 hertz. Like, it's not a gaming monitor. This one, 100. Oh, this is only 640. But is it G-Sync? So it might not be G-Sync. The Prism Plus one is G-Sync, so that was like another reason. Okay, this isn't bad price. Prism Plus is still cheaper. Oh, these are actually a lot cheaper than I thought. Okay. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah, looking at API gateways custom domains real quickly. So annoying how this chat is like not. Can I pop out Twitch chat? I know you can actually. Oh, let me try and do that. How do I pop out this chat, dude? And also, what happened to the music? Why am I such a Twitch noob? How do you pop out this chat? I swear it's a thing. It used to be like super obvious. Oh, okay. Well, whatever. I'll just leave it open. Yeah, but how, Slam? How? Where's the button? Oh, yes. You can just link it? You're a legend, Slam. Thank you. Excellent. That goes here. Okay. Okay, a bit more organized now. Yeah, okay, so let's look at this. Yeah, here. Invoke URL. There's this underlying URL, even though I have api.fanfam.link. If I set up the name servers for this on Cloudflare, can't people just hit my direct domain? Just seems like a waste if I even go through the effort of setting this up with SST. Thank you for the likes, Robot, on TikTok. I really appreciate it. Shoulder also found this link, Cloudflare workers versus Cloudflare pages. Let's have a look. See, I feel like this comparison website isn't very useful. We'll be back later. See you later, Slam. Thanks for joining. Alright, so what's the plan now? Let's write this out. Okay, reality. Cloudflare doesn't work nicely with my deployment library serverless stack. sst.dev. So now I'm looking into all alternatives for sst.dev and Cloudflare workers. Looks to be promising. Yeah. Okay. Let's move some things around. Okay. Okay, Cloudflare workers. Let's read the docs. Oh my god, why did I download that? Cloudflare workers provide a serverless execution. To install Wrangler, ensure you have npm installed. Install Wrangler. View this hello world example. This is just. Can you install a full stack app with workers, or is it just for API? I think it is because look, it says serverless application with Cloudflare pages, but that's still in the workers. What?
Hi everyone.
Oh my god,
In
20
this video,
minutes.
I'm going to be sharing with you how to build serverless application using Cloudflare pages.
Oh, it's still workers.
With
So look at this diagram. Event HTTP goes through a worker, gets data, returned. So I guess, yeah. Okay. Guess we could do that. Guess we could do that. I feel like it's like a whole different stream. Another link from Shoulder. Let's have a look at this. Getting started guide. Yeah, this is just what I was reading just now, Shoulder. It's pretty cool, but it's like I'm gonna have to learn a whole new thing. Yeah, my code is JavaScript. So that's not the issue. The issue is more like I'm gonna be including things that need like file storage and yeah, well that's just one thing initially, and I'm not saying like it seems like they can do file storage and stuff with Cloudflare, but it'll just be a whole bunch of overhead for me to learn how their like file storage system works and how to integrate that in with the Cloudflare workers. Yeah. So I'm just like a bit hesitant to jump straight in, but it does look promising. I wanted to look at Terraform as well. Let me just see how that works with Cloudflare. They have a Terraform provider. Configure Cloudflare using HashiCorp. With Terraform, you can manage your edge using some familiar tools to automate the rest of your infrastructure. Define and store configuration and source code, track versions over time. Okay. So you can use Cloudflare. Do I think that'll be so different? I have no idea. Let's have a Google. Cloudflare file storage. Cloudflare workers. File storage. How does it work? Yeah, it's funny. We arrive at the same pages. Like just as you link me out, it's like I'm already on that page. Key value data store. R2 is the blob size. This is pretty much what I want for file storage. Let's have a look at their get started guide. R2 allows developers to store large amounts of data, log into the dashboard, purchase R2 plan. Payment. Multiple ways to access R2 API. Public buckets. S3 API. Here, this is what I want. Use R2 from workers. Create your bucket. Okay. Oh, sweet. My bucket put. Okay, this seems pretty simple. It's just like S3 buckets on Amazon. Okay. That's very cool. So I might be implementing Cloudflare workers with Terraform. Yeah, let me update this, as I think this will probably be a next plan thing. So my initial plan was to set up Cloudflare reverse proxy in front of my API, but they didn't work nicely with SST dev, so I'm looking at Cloudflare workers, and let's go future plan. Create a new project using Cloudflare workers. Okay, so that's a future plan. Like, let's just do something fun before we leave it. I'm gonna try use jmeter to attack my existing API and see what that's like. I haven't used jmeter in a long time, so JME. Boy, better know. Apache jmeter. Apache jmeter is an open source application on Java, originally designed for testing web apps. Can I download it? Where is it download? Binary. Is it? I don't know if I can open TGZ. WinRAR can probably open TGZ, right? Just click. Oh shit, I opened like 20. Cancel, cancel. All right. I mean, we've already determined that we can't really, like, I've throttled my API now, so it's not possible to really like do more than like 100 requests a second to it, but maybe jmeter has some smarts to get around that, but I really doubt it. Let's have a look. Let's have a look-see, shall we? Apache jmeter. Bin. Can I just run this without opening it? Ew, it's a jar file? Alright, let me try extract it. Docs. Extra lib bin. Is there an exe? Or is it all just from a jar file? Looks like it. It's so gross. I don't think I've ever opened a jar file on this computer. Oh, this looks kind of cool. Okay, test plan, test plan. How the fuck do I do anything? File new. Okay. Okay, templates. Nope. Expand, collapse, toggle, cut, copy, paste. This is such a shit piece of software. Why am I? It just feels like so old. How do I do anything on this? I need a. I'm gonna have to Google it. How to use jmeter. I can tell you now that this is probably not going to be very useful, but I'm just keen to try it out anyway. Ah, Shoto, thank you for the link. Let's have a look. Oh my god, this is a big ass manual. I was hoping someone had like building a test plan. Choose a new element from the add list. Where is this add list that you speak of? This looks like an add button, but instead it's an expand all button, which is very inconvenient. Oh, here we go. Edit add thread. Thread group. Okay. Number of threads. Yeah, okay. One is fine. Add. Oh, we can add from here as well. HTTP request. Here we go. HTTP request. Server name or IP. API.fanfamlink. Wait, .link. Here's something more practical. Let's have a look. jmeter load testing. Cool. Thread group. I did that. They put 100. I just did one for now just to see it working. Add HTTP request. Dude, I already figured this out. I'm a genius. No. Config element. Oh, that's not really what I did. It's kind of what I did. It's different. Oh no, it is what I did, right? Maybe. Yeah, we'll just do a get request. Add. Well, what was that? I send parameters. No, it's fine. Play. Warning, you should save your test plan before running it. Okay, save. Sure. Now it won't play. Okay, no, play. Do I get logs? What happened? Oh, here we go. Wow, this is annoying to read. Starting thread 1. Starting thread. All threads started. I did it. Yeah, that was so underwhelming. Running the test. That's it? Is it gonna tell me like what the responses were or anything? So shit, dude. I hate this tool. Oh, I gotta add a result. All right, add a graph result. Add listener graph result. Okay. Run again. I have to configure the graph result. Hopefully not. Oh no, it's just an empty graph result. Sick. Run test and get the result. Yeah. There's a run button. Picture below shows a graph. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. All right, let's add some more workers. 100. 100. Wait, what did they add? Let's see. 100, 110. 10. Okay. Run. Ooh, there's some more dots. Throughput and 10 per minute, 11 per minute, 14, 17, 18. I should be able to do 100 per second, so that's a lot more than... How many is 100 per 600 per minute? Green, the throughput rate, the number of requests that they handled. Red, the deviation. Do they not have a line for what didn't go through? Or is that, am I meant to be able to analyze the performance, look at these two parameters? The throughput is the most important. It represents the ability of the server to handle a heavy load. The higher the throughput, the better the server's performance. In this test, the throughput of Google is 1,490 a minute, which means Google can handle 1,490 requests per minute. This value is quite high. We conclude Google has a good performance. Well, mine has gone pretty high-ish, I guess. Keeps going up. Let's compare it to Yahoo. Yahoo has 870. Standard deviation is that which is much higher, so we can determine is less. Okay, so high standard deviation is bad. Interesting. Oh, we got a subscriber, Shoulder. Thank you for the follow, and Rick Lambrex from YouTube. Thank you for the follow. Still going. 290. Seems to have peaked around 300 a minute. Theoretically, it should go to 600 a minute because I've set the throttle to 100 requests a second. Oh, thank you for the lights, Div Preet. I appreciate it. I'm doing some load balancing testing on my server at the moment. Even though I'm about to re-architect the whole backend next stream, but someone in my comments said I should try jmeter, so that's what I'm doing here. Cool. I think that stopped, so I got a score of 277 requests a minute, which is about half of what I expected that it should be done. I'm gonna try just set the number of threads to like 400 just to really smash this. See what happens. See if I still get around the same numbers or not. Will this graph continue or will it start a new graph? Can't tell. Oh, it's starting a new graph. It's looking like a flat line, so maybe that is my limit. 225 a minute. Oh no, it's going up. Slightly. Oh, it's going up. It's going up. Hallelujah. We're gonna crack 300. Yeah. Come on, this should go to 600. I'm not really a big fan of this tool, I'll be honest. I know I've said it a few times, but I'm just gonna say it again. Damn. Alright, well. Yeah, look, it's gonna go to 600 probably. If I keep letting it go. It just goes so slowly. Why can't it just figure this out in like... I mean, instead of per minute, why can't I do it per second? I guess it's more accurate the more time you give it still. Still pretty annoying. What's interesting, like this kind of makes me seem like it simulates many users. I don't know how it does that. Because I feel like oh shit, here, see, oh, we even broke 600. I feel like AWS would block, will like be able to tell from my IP that I am the same user. Maybe it like spoofs some MAC addresses or some shit. I don't know how this works under the hood. But it seems to have broken my theoretical limit of 600 requests a minute, so that's pretty cool. Very cool. Okay, well, I'm probably going to leave it there. If you guys want to tune in, hopefully tomorrow or the day off, probably not the day after. Tomorrow or 2 days after, I will probably try to use Cloudflare workers to create a new infrastructure, a new full stack app that's going to be DDoS resistant, etc. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Looks like my TikTok stream was frozen. Probably something to do with jmeter. Thank you, Shoulder, for your help with everything. I really appreciate it. No one's really helped me this much before on Twitch. Yeah. Thank you. If you want me to check anything out, feel free to leave it in the Twitch chat. I'll check it out as I head off. Maybe like your socials I can follow, or if not, that's cool too. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Thank you for following. Bye-bye.